Hello and welcome to Out of the Box. Kind of. This is actually something I've been looking at for about a week now, and we're just now going to be doing a video about it. But today we're looking at the Pathfinder 2nd Edition Core Rulebook. Look how thick this is. Now this book is also this is the limited edition one, as you can plainly see. This has been a labor of love for a year with playtesting and PDFs and errata and all this stuff stemming from the Pathfinder playtest rulebook, which I still have. First off, most importantly, look how big this thing is. This is over 600 pages of rules compared to the Pathfinder playtest book, which, just out of morbid curiosity, we're going to see how many it was. It was 428, and that's going over there. So I could sit here all day and talk about the differences between Pathfinder 1 and Pathfinder 2, and the differences between the playtest and what came out, but I don't want to bore you to death, and it would be like 9 hours for me to go through literally everything. So we're just going to look at some of the more interesting things that they've done with Pathfinder 2nd Edition if for some reason you were never part of the playtest. So first off, most importantly, this is the $80 limited edition book. So it's in red faux leather with gold embossing. It's got a couple of bookmarks. These will be very useful for me. And I just like the new book smell. So they combine a lot of old art and new art with this book. Prime example is, I'm almost 100% sure this is the original art for the iconic bard in Pathfinder. I'm not going to put money on it, but I'm pretty sure it is. Compared to, we're going to go to Seoni, the wizard, where I can most definitely assure you that's new art. Also, I love playing a sorcerer, so I like looking at this picture. Where to begin? Take what you know about Pathfinder 1. Don't chuck it completely out the window. But be accepting of the changes. Because Pathfinder 1 was a labor of love to D&D 3.5. It had everything D&D 3.5 had. It had magic items that increased your abilities. It had skill points. It had feats every odd numbered level. It had ability increases every 4 levels. This takes the tried and true Pathfinder experience and ups it a little bit, as it takes a little something from Pathfinder 1, but also a little something from D&D 4th edition, D&D 5th edition. Because they've gone from skills to training. Yeah. You're either trained, expert, master, legendary, or not trained at all. And those actually affect your dice rolls. And I like that a lot because, believe it or not, okay, one of the big things was in the original Pathfinder playtest, if you were untrained in a skill, you had a -2 to your roll. If you were trained, it was a +0, and then I believe it went 1, 2, 3 after that. So if you were untrained in a skill, you did not, and you used character creation method like normal, at the worst, you would not have a +0 on a skill till you hit on an untrained skill till you were level 3. Now, since the untrained ability modifier now is 0, unless you're using some weird way of generating stats, the worst you can have at level 1 is a positive 0. Because it's level plus ability modifier. I got something in my eye. Level plus ability modifier plus training. -1 plus 1 plus 0 is 0. You'll always roll straight d20. If you're a legendary, you get a +8. Of course, you can't hit legendary till you're like 15th level. Also, most classes have no dead levels. At least from what I've seen, most classes have no dead levels because you're always getting something, whether it's an ancestry feat or a class feat or a skill feat. You always get something. No joke. Lots of feats. Sometimes they won't be good feats. Most of the time they'll be good feats. Especially skill feats, because it means it increases the amount of stuff you can do with a skill. But my favorite thing in this book is the artwork. The artwork is always great. Wayne Reynolds is freaking amazing as an artist, and it's all Wayne Reynolds art. In fact, I'm going to do just one labor of love for a friend of mine. I have mentioned her on here before. My friend Felicia, who likes the druid. I need to find Leanie. Oh, also, I forgot to mention too, every class has like 2 or 3 like builds that you want, if you want. So like if you want to be, say, let me find it. I'm in the druid. If you want to be a wild druid, it tells you what abilities you should prioritize, what skills you should prioritize, and so on. But anyway, for my friend Felicia, second edition Leanie, right there. I think that's different art. If it's not, there you go. So, that's a little bit of stuff here that I enjoy. I also have the bestiary and the GM screen and a digital version of the character sheet pack, which I've printed out, and the first part of the new adventure path, but I'm not covering that. So, over the next few days, I've got some other stuff I'm going to cover. And I've actually not looked at the bestiary, so this is going to be fun for both of us. Anyway, until then, take care. Peace!